Hello, and welcome to RV Advisors All Things RV Podcast. I am your host, Kathy Conrad. I've been enjoying the RV lifestyle for 5 years, and I love helping new RVers realize their RV dreams. This podcast is about RV education, resources, adventures, and the amazing people who love RVing. It is also about discovering the freedom RVers experience, the connection with nature we are all so grateful for, and how RVing enriches our lives. On this podcast, you can expect us to talk about all things RV, including the good stuff, the challenging stuff, and everything in between. So, join us weekly and enjoy the lineup of guests we have in store for you. I can't believe it's July already, and this month's promotion is an RV Masterclass. I actually have 2 of them scheduled. The first one is going to be on Friday, July 12th from 2 to 3 p.m. Mountain Time, and the second one is going to be July 16th, that's a Tuesday, from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. These are our free masterclass. They're going to be a lot of fun and very interactive, so you don't want to miss this. So sign up for one of them and click on the link below for the date and time that works for you to register for the class, and I will look forward to seeing you there. Hi friend, and welcome back to the podcast. Today I am very excited to have a special guest, and we are actually recording in person at the 2024 Outdoors RV Campout in beautiful Joseph, Oregon. So I have with me today Talen Jayo, the National Sales Manager for Outdoors RV Manufacturing located in Grande, Oregon. Outdoors RV designs and builds RVs for customers who enjoy the outdoors, no matter what the terrain or the weather is, making their units truly 4 seasons, and are built mountain tough for those customers seeking true outdoor adventure, including the off-road experience and boondocking. Talen, thank you for joining me today.
Well, thank you, Kathy.
So excited to have you. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how long you've been with Outdoors RV. And
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So once again, my name is Talen Jayo, Sales Manager with Outdoors RV. I initially started the company about 12 years ago, and it's felt like a blink of the eye. You know, Outdoors RV is a family-run company. You feel like family. Every day is just an awesome adventure there. I've been there for, once again, 12 years. It's just, I love it there. I'm an outdoorsman. I own an outdoors RV. Mm-hmm. My father owns an outdoors RV. My sister, my wife's uncle. It's one of those companies and products where you can sell one to your relative, and then you don't have to avoid them when you go to family dinners.
Yeah.
That type of thing.
Yeah.
And so it's really ingrained within our community. It's it's built for people like me who want to camp wherever I want to camp. Mm-hmm. And so it's been an amazing experience. Awesome. The RV experiences, or the RV culture, is amazing.
Yes.
That's the other thing, is one thing that really wrapped me into working with Outdoors RV and the RV industry itself is just the people.
Yeah.
So
that's the hidden gem.
That's the hidden gem. Yep.
Is the community.
And I still talk to people who I sold an RV to 12 years ago.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, well,
incredible.
that says a lot about you and the company.
Oh, and our customers.
Yeah, and your customers. And I can really vouch for the quality, being an outdoors RV owner myself. It's the only way to go.
Yeah, I like it. Thank you.
Being an RVer, how does that impact your job and what you do? Because now you totally relate. You can relate to.
Oh, absolutely. You know, it's not only, it's important to listen to customers, but it's also important to be a customer. And so once again, by owning it, using it, family members owning them, using them, friends, you learn a lot when you use something. Mm-hmm. And even when we test our prototypes or here at the campout, you learn a lot from people who are on the road year round. Yeah. And so being an avid RVer, we go boondock dry camping, and you learn real fast what works, what doesn't, what to pack, what not to pack. And that's how you relate, because RVers are all one big community. So you have to live the life.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people who don't, and it's very clear to see that.
Being an RVer yourself really gives you the opportunity to, share what that really is like.
And it was my childhood,
Yeah.
I mean, that's a thing I want for my children, is to RV. And I still to this day remember RVing as a child. And so that's the goal, is to always have the next generation want to RV and explore the beautiful U.S. I mean, we have everything in our back door.
We do. And it's a great way to travel and see the U.S. for sure. Tell us about Outdoors RV, the background and the vision for the future.
Yeah, so Ron Nash, when he started Northwood Investments, which was the Arctic Fox Nash line, he had a commitment to wanting to provide a travel trailer RV for who he believed were true RVers. When we camp it wherever we want, it has to be a solid build. He knows that as you gain experience in the RV industry, you know what to look for, you know what to expect, and you want and expect more. And so the Nash dream was always to provide jobs to the community. Between both companies, we represent almost 500 families within the community, plus the support outreach that goes beyond that bubble. And so Ron Nash and Sherry Nash wanted to provide that for the community, which then our products then go out to the dealerships, who then provide for that community. And the goal is to always provide a product which is going to be second to none. And that's why our goal is to always push the pedal to the metal, always be listening to our customers, moving the product forward. And so that's really the goal, is to always stay with our customer. That's the main goal. But the main vision is to support the community and provide a product that we can be proud of. Yeah,
which I think you guys are highly successful at.
I think we're always growing, and we're always learning.
Well, and since we became Outdoors RV owners in 2019, I've really seen the evolution of, what you're building. You guys are like always up in your game. Every year you're upping your game, which says a lot. That's really awesome.
Makes it fun too.
Yeah. How many units does Outdoors RV produce per year?
Typically, we produce around that 2,000 to 2,400 mark. And because we are in a rural community, the support for community, that's kind of our neck of the woods. We have, there's no plans for expansion, in a sense, because we're good at what we do. Let's get better at that, and let's continue to provide that product that everybody demands, sees, and expects from us.
I love that. So can you walk us through, what's the process of designing and developing new Outdoors RV models?
It really starts with the consumer. We all, of course, have our own ideas, and at the same time, we have to listen to the people who are on the road year-round with our product. And we pay attention to the industry, of course, see what everyone else is doing, because you want to see what, everyone has different minds. But then at the end of the day, we go to shows, we talk to our customers. We have probably close to 75 rigs here at the Wild Lake State Park and Park of the River. All of our customers have come down here. They've been talking to us. They walk through units. They tell us what they've done to their units. The RV owners crawl. It's all about finding those features, finding what the customer's looking for, seeing what the trends are, seeing what people expect, and then doing it. And not waiting, doing it.
Taking action.
That
propels you forward, for sure. So how do you ensure the quality of your RVs? Tell me about a little bit of the process of that.
Main thing is start with the best materials. You got to start with, of course, TLC, the tender loving care, to put them together right. But you have to have the good materials to begin with. One thing we've always really prided ourselves in is we're one of the last manufacturers that's family owned. So we have that TLC that everyone expects. But then we also are using as much, like the steel for our framing systems. It's all U.S. sourced steel. Our aluminum's U.S. and Canada. And then we build our chassis ourselves. We build them by hand specifically for that floor plan on campus. It's designed around that individual floor plan, and that's where, not only the quality, but the safety while you're traveling down the highways, traveling down the backcountry roads. Of course, we always joke around here, the highways are almost rougher than the Jeep trails we take nowadays. So, it's very important to have that foundation.
Yes.
It's like a house.
Yes.
If the foundation doesn't fit the house, you're going to have problems.
Yeah.
Same thing with an RV. And so, a lot of it's really just born from that innate sense that we want to provide something that we would buy.
Yeah.
Hence why we own them.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to build something that everybody wants to buy, including our families.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where you get a lot of that. And of course, our testing,
Yeah.
better materials, the tender loving care, and then just making sure to test stuff. I mean, we are humans, even robots make mistakes.
Right.
But the main thing is, let's test it as many times as we can. Let's walk through the units. We even do what's called a manager buy, where, the head of sales, head of production, head of service, we walk through every unit.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Certain unit comes offline. That next day, we walk through it.
Yeah.
And we do that every day.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of ownership in that as well.
Yeah.
And that's how we get our feedback back to our plant as well. And then, of course, listening to consumers.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
And stuff will go wrong, and it's how you handle it that matters.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we've been to the factory once to have a couple things done, and we were really impressed with how responsive you guys were and got us in and out, very quickly. So we appreciate that quality as consumers very much.
Well, you're right. A lot of it's about the communication as well.
Yep. Yeah. Share with us the ways that Outdoors RV sets itself apart from other brands in terms of quality and enhancing the overall customer experience.
So right off the bat, we have the ideals set aside as a team member and a plant that we're here for the customer. And that's where we pick up the phone. We answer your emails. We even have customers text us. The whole point is we're there for you. The number of times a day people call us, and when we pick up and they go, "Oh my gosh, are you a person?" And we go, "Yeah. How's your day going?"
Yeah.
And they go, "Oh, well, I wasn't prepared for somebody to answer the phone." I don't remember the question I went to ask. And so a lot of it's just starting with that frontline experience of making sure that the customers know we're there for them, and then of course with providing what we're sending out there to the market. We just want to create that better buying experience right off the bat.
Yeah.
And then of course it's the better materials, the better quality controls, handpicking our dealerships. Everything amounts to that complete circle, so to speak.
Yeah. That's really amazing. You don't see a lot of that.
No,
really
well, like I said, we have
numerous
numerous surprise customers every day.
Yeah.
And and even if they leave a voicemail, we get back to them as soon as possible. And when we're at shows, we're here to talk. We're here to we don't hide in the corner. We're there to work with the consumer. Here at the camp out, you don't see us hiding in a trailer or staying in a hotel. We're here talking to you guys and getting your feedback.
Yeah. I've seen you all day long. You've been
Yep.
talking to
That's
somebody.
what we're here for. I love it.
So given Outdoors RV's high quality build, how does it stack up with other brands for retaining their value in the resale market?
So Outdoors RV has always been very high because the fact that you can use it and it doesn't just fall apart by age. Because by starting with the better materials, just like anything, you do your proper maintenance, you learn your RV knowledge, you travel, you do things right, just like a car. The more you love it, or a house, it stays.
Yeah.
But you have to have the materials and the hardiness and the initial put together to ensure that over time it's not going to just turn into a lawn ornament.
Yeah.
And we see units that are 10, 12 years old or more, and they still look pristine.
Yes.
Jim Litz, the head of the owners group, showed me a picture and he goes, "Is this one of your guys' units?" And it was I want to say a 2012 model. And I go, "Yep, that's ours." He goes, "It looked like it came off of a showroom."
Wow.
But now that, of course, that customer kept care of it and
Yes.
obviously clearly loved it and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But you have to start with the
Quality.
materials. But that transitions to better resale down the road. And as a small family-run manufacturer, there's not one on every neighborhood block.
No.
And so when you go to resell one, people are going, "Wow, that's the unicorn.
Yeah.
I can find 50 of these other ones within 1 square mile. I can't find one of these in 3 states."
Yeah.
So that helps kind of drive that too. And a lot of our consumers have owned 3 or 4 Outdoors RV. And once again, by using the trailer, sometimes you go, well, I needed a larger one. I needed a shorter one.
Yeah.
And so over time, but then at the same time, they're getting their resale back on those
Yes.
other ones when they buy a new one.
Yes.
So, and dealerships love getting used outdoors RVs.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. I know I ran into a traveling nurse at the KOA in Boise that they have a Wind River 2013.
oh yeah.
And she said it was the only one on the East Coast.
Yep.
We found it and we bought it. And they love it, you know. They love it.
Yeah, and we have
So-
customers call us all the time, you know, asking for information on older trailers or, you know, previous models. We help them with finding brochures, you know, what the original standard equipment was. Once again, our commitment goes beyond the initial sale. But at the same time, you'll be like, well, it's 400 miles from you. And they go, next day, we went and got it, you know, and they love it.
Yeah.
You know, so that's important.
Yes, absolutely. So, what is Outdoors RV's long-term vision for growth and expansion in the RV market?
So really, I'd say growth and expansion is probably not the correct term for us because, you know, we're comfortable with the numerical values of what we build.
Mm-hmm.
It really comes down to constant improvement with the product.
Yeah.
Our goal is not more. We're never going to be a
Yeah.
market share company.
Yeah.
Never, we never will be. We're family owned. It's going to be, how does every trailer we put out there is more and more exactly what the consumer wants.
Yeah.
And that's our end goal.
Yeah.
And then continue the values of the Nash family.
Yeah. Quality over
Yep.
quantity.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what else? Is there anything else you can share with us
No,
about?
I can just say, you know, kind of not only do we have some of the best owners that I've ever seen, but the RV industry has just been such a joy and it's continued to grow.
Mm-hmm.
The expansion of the RV lifestyle has been one of the most wonderful things I've seen in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
And the lifestyle of getting out there, seeing the US, Canada, Mexico, that's what we're here for. That's what the RV industry's for, and just the people. You know, once again, we're here on location at Wallowa Lake, you know, at the Park at the River for our Wallowa Lake retreat for the owners rally, and can ask for a funner time.
Yeah. It's been great.
Yep.
It's
And
been really great.
So that's the other thing we want to continue is just being around you guys.
That really shows your commitment to your customers.
Well, it's
It
fun.
really does.
You
Yeah.
know, it's just,
Yeah.
we wouldn't do it if it wasn't fun.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is my first time here. I've always wanted to come since we bought our outdoors RV, and so it's been extra special to be able to finally get here and then to talk with you. I really appreciate your time, and I'm really glad to be able to, in addition to providing education, you know, to my listeners and to my clients, I want to be able to provide resources that are really good quality and reliable, and I've had personal experience with, you know, so being able to have you on here is great because I want people to realize that you know, outdoors RV, when we first got ours, we hardly ever saw them, and now we see more and more.
Yep.
And I want people to know that there is a very good quality product out there, that you don't have to worry about things falling apart every time you take a trip somewhere. And so I'm glad to be able to, you know, have Outdoors RV. I endorse it on my podcast, you know, for people. And I appreciate your time and coming and giving us the details on your company and your commitment to your customers and your mission to continually improve, which I think is just fantastic. And just like highlighting Thompson RV a few podcasts ago, that there are good dealerships out there, but you got to do your research. And I think most people who come to Outdoors RV who end up buying one, they've been doing their research, because it's not like it's like you don't see them all over the place. Not every, you know, there are not necessarily, you know, a ton of dealerships, right? How many dealerships do you have across the U.S. that carry your product?
I'm not real sure on that number. I'd have to double check. I don't have the number offhand. You know, we're very proud to, you know, really hand select our dealerships, and then of course, you know, partner with amazing dealerships as well, who we created, like, you know, lifetime commitments to. And you know, once again, you know, we appreciate it too for what you guys do, because there is a thirst for RV knowledge out there. And I've always said, the more you know, the better time you have. And that goes with anything. But you know, the RV lifestyle, you gotta wear many hats when you're RVing
Yes.
across the the U.S. and the more you know,
Yeah.
the funner time you have.
There's less room for errors and costly mistakes, and
Yep.
if you are familiar. Thank you again, Talen,
Of course.
for joining me today, and I really appreciate your time, and I'm excited to get to see the new models that you have out there today, and we would definitely be return customers to Outdoors RV if we ever replace our rig at some point. I suppose that we will. We love it.
Right.
So anyway, thank you so much.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me, Kathy.
Thank you so much for tuning in today to RV Advisors All Things RV Podcast. A special thanks to Talen Jayo, the sales manager for Outdoors RV Manufacturing in Grande, Oregon. I hope you found this podcast both helpful and encouraging. Outdoors RV is definitely a quality built product and has an outstanding commitment to its customers. Please see how to reach out to Outdoors RV in the show notes below. You can visit their website and also watch many video tours of their RVs on YouTube. Their channel is at Outdoors RV Manufacturing. So check the show notes below so you can find all the ways to reach them and follow them. Please join us again next week for more RV education, resources, adventures, and interesting people. Until then, wishing you amazing adventures, safe travels, and I hope to see you on the road.